Welcome to Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock, Drogheda. I'm aware that the event that I'm talking about today in this 5-minute inspirational message is actually already gone by the time you watch it. I'm recording this on a Saturday afternoon, and tonight the clocks change. The clocks go back for 1 hour. Now, normally I enjoy the clocks going back for 1 hour because you get an extra hour's sleep. In fact, I can remember one occasion when we were just starting the church and we were working in a few different parts of the country, and I had a team over, a black gospel choir from England, and we were doing some concerts all around the country, and it turned out to be a tremendous amount of work with not enough workers to do it. And we were just running to and fro, Janice and I can remember one night after a concert dragging myself into bed, knowing I had to be up the next morning to sort the team out, with taking them to a church for the Sunday morning. And I just felt I cannot cope. I'm so tired, I cannot cope any longer. And then, as I was setting my alarm clock, I suddenly realized that I'd forgotten about it, but the clocks were changing and I was getting an extra hour's sleep. So you know what? I always find it a little bit harder in the spring when I lose an hour's sleep, but in the autumn when we gain an extra hour's sleep, I'm always happy to see the clocks changing. This year, not so much. 2020 has been a weird year. I'm not sure I want the clocks to go back, because I'm not sure if I want even that extra hour to be added to 2020. I would sooner keep this year as short as I possibly can. Also tonight, actually, it's a bit funny because we're doing this 24/7 prayer. And Janice had put her name down for the slot on the rota for 2 a.m. However, there's a problem because the clocks go back at 2 a.m. How does that work? The person who's covering the 1 o'clock slot, they'll finish and go to bed. But then the clock goes back to 1 o'clock again. So Janice and I are working in tandem on this. And I've got myself on the rota for 2 o'clock before the clocks change. And then when I finish that hour, Janice will get up out of bed and she'll cover 2 o'clock after the hours has changed. These are just some of the little quirks that happen because of the way that we change our clocks. And of course, they're saying that the plan is that actually from next year, the European Union are planning to do away with the changing of the clocks in the spring and the autumn and just keep us on the same time the whole year through. Now, I don't know if that will happen or not. But the fact is that we only have a limited amount of time. And whether you choose to put your clock forwards, backwards, whatever way you want to do it, you're not really going to add anything to your year or to your life. In fact, Jesus said in Matthew chapter 6, he said, which of us by worrying can add a single hour to his lifespan? No, nobody can. So we've got a limited amount of minutes, hours, days, months, and years to live for Jesus. And you know, sometimes I like to remind myself of that, not to depress myself, to think of how I've now got less to live than I've already lived in my life, but rather to say, I want to spend my remaining days in a way that's going to glorify Jesus. My time is limited. My time is precious. The time I waste, I will not get it back again. Now, that doesn't mean I don't believe in relaxation and rest, because that is not wasted. That is essential, as I've discovered when I've neglected it. But I look at the time I've got ahead of me and I say, Lord, would you please give me the wisdom to live this time well and to use it for your glory. And my prayer today, whatever day you're watching this devotional or listening to this devotional, my prayer is that for you, that you would live today and use it for his glory. Make the most of the time he gives you and do something with it. Do something of significance. Do something that changes somebody's life for the better. May God bless you as you use today the hours that God has given you in Jesus' name. Join us again tomorrow for another Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock, Drogheda.